Well, tomorrow marks 1 year since the mass shooting rocked downtown Louisville. LMPD officers were first on the scene of Old National Bank.
WDRB's Stefan Johnson talked to the one person who was in charge of navigating officers through one of the worst tragedies in the history of our city.
Radio to all units, 333 East Main Street at Old National Bank.
April 10th, 2023, a mass shooting at Old National Bank puts Louisville in the national spotlight.
Another caller advising possibly 8 to 9 people have been shot.
I left, got in the car, and then a text message came. Hit my phone and said an active aggressor at Old National Bank.
Well, active aggressor, 333 East Main Street.
At the time, Jacquelyn Gwinn-Villaroel was still the interim chief of the Louisville Metro Police Department and had just left a speaking engagement.
And then phone calls start coming in that we truly have an active aggressor and one of our officers is down. My heart sank.
Within moments, devastating confirmation.
You do have shots fired.
Officer down, do not approach from the west. Shots fired. Shots fired again.
As Chief Gwinn-Villaroel raced to the scene, her officers were trying to stop the threat.
Officer Galloway and Officer Wilt rose to the occasion. Their bravery really spoke volumes.
First Division officers Corey Galloway and Nick Wilt were first on the scene.
Hold it, cover for me.
And I'm so pleased to know that Officer Galloway, Officer Wilt didn't flinch. They went to that scene and arrived there in 3 minutes, and they engaged that shooter and stopped that threat.
113 back.
But not before the shooter killed 5 people and injured several others, including Officer Wilt on his 4th day on the job. But not 1 second of hesitation.
It was just heart-wrenching to know that he was critically injured. But I was praying the whole time that he will recover.
The road to recovery has been long, arduous, and painful for Officer Wilt. But in the last 12 months, those prayers have been answered.
Officer Nicholas Wilt.
It was so good to see him, and he is doing well, and he is pushing forward. The blessed thing about seeing him that day, at the end of the ceremony, leaving, he stood up out of his wheelchair.
The chief hopes the actions of the officers send a message to the people they are sworn to protect and serve.
I just really want Louisvillians to truly recognize how resilient we are as a city, how your officers showed up that day.
In Officer Wilt's case, his scars are a reminder and evidence of bravery in the face of adversity. But that day also left both officers and civilians with some scars you can't see.
It's safe to say that Officer Galloway and the other officers that responded that day will have that for them for the rest of their lives. And all of us that are involved within that situation will have that.
Stefan Johnson reporting there. The chief is also an ordained minister and says her faith is her platform and what she used to help navigate the department through the tragedy.